Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So first off, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my YouTube members, Tinky. Thanks for your support. Now, this is actually after the new year. However, apparently WFS decided to grant us a wish with our Fateful encounter, aka 7 days encounter. I know a lot of you look forward to this for different reasons. Sometimes it's just for the memes, sometimes it's actually for good units. So let's see what we get here. And clearly, the 3 units are Uella, Seal, AS, as well as Lovely. So let's go to the banner and take a look at what we have here. Now, if you are new to the game and you've only seen a couple of the 7-day Fateful encounters, basically it means that each of these 3 units are uprated to 7.77% on the 10th pull, so it's not even guaranteed. That adds up to approximately 3%, and then the rest of it will be in the form of other 5 stars, most notably the newest units, Pizzuka, AS Kikyo, and so on and so forth. ES Nagi. Now, I'll just spend a little bit of time on each of the units here. Uella is almost forgotten in a way. She is actually not bad as a Water Crystal Pierce unit. Now, the downside to her is when she does water and she does the crystal, her main DPS is actually of the water variety. It's actually not of the crystal variety. So I actually think of her more of a water DPS rather than a crystal DPS. That being said, when she activates Lunatic, you do get double moves, and it actually changes the type of moves where she can really do a lot of stacking for your water pierce team. Initially, I had actually summoned, not on her banner, but on a different uprated banner, and I actually tried her out. I think she is a great support for some water pierce teams. However, I wouldn't say she's necessary by any stretch of the imagination, being that there is actually a little bit more power creep. We even have a free unit such as AS Sheila helping with our water pierce team. AS Seal, he is an interesting unit. He is actually quite good. I consider him, even though he's over a year old in terms of how long he's been out in the game, I still find him very useful for certain types of team comps. For those who don't know, AS Seal is a bow carrying earth pierce DPS. He works extremely well in all earth zones. He does quite a bit of damage, and actually he can also boost bow users by, I believe, quite a bit, and increase crit damage for your entire team. He works well in synergy with people like AS Tiramisu or even other earth zone setters. I wouldn't consider him also necessary at this point in the game, even for newer players, because at the end of the day, this kind of Fateful banner can be used for both new players, people who have been in the early end game, and even obviously some of us in the late game who still want to add some of these units to our roster. Earth is just so overpowered with the number of free units out there, and if you're really needing some Earth DPS to summon for, AS Seal wouldn't be the one I would think of at first note, although in Pierce teams, he can definitely be used in them, and I have used him many times to fight certain boss battles. So it's not that he's bad, it's just we're talking about best bang for your bucks, considering you're spending 1,000 page stones for this banner. And finally, Lovely. Now, Lovely's been forgotten for a very long time. I remember she was shared, I believe, with Miyufa OG, or the normal style banner, and those who really wanted her as a blunt hammer fire type user added her to the team, but really, WFS really hasn't done much with Lovely at all. I don't think she's useful in any sort, and I apologize for those who do like Lovely and her moveset and her design. At this point in the game, unless they come out with an AS version of her, I really do think she's of not much use in most players' rosters, or even in most people's endgame kind of team strats for fighting super bosses. And so, unfortunately, I feel that this banner, like many of the 7-day encounters, aren't really worth the money. I also don't really see the connection between the 3 units. I know that they sometimes run theme. In terms of era, they're not the same era. They're not even the same Pierce type unit. So let me know in the comments below what you think the connection of all 3 units here are. I really am not giving it much thought, but at first glance, no real connection, and frankly speaking, probably not much to discuss here. So in summary, I don't think you should spend 1,000 paid stones or your specialized ticket with your Heavens subscription on this banner. I think that if you're going to spend money, you would have spent on some of the other Fatefuls out there. I mean, there's the best of the best, which we did cover, which is quite a bit more powerful and useful at this point in the game than something like this. However, I do appreciate the fact that WFS still has a new banner for us. I mean, what can we say? It's still some content, whether or not we like it or not. Some people may still choose to add these to the roster just for collection purposes. And if that's the case, so be it, right? It is your money, and I don't really see any problem with subbing on this banner. I just feel that if you're talking purely from gameplay and obviously power levels, I think this one is one to skip. Anyways, hopefully they come out with new content, either AS Severo's banner or even Daisy. I know there's a few upcoming banners. We're still trying to catch up to Japan as well. So maybe later on this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.